Why
Now
does it
be
sound like
careful.
Legos?
Yeah, be careful what you do now, because you are live.
I'm live.
You're live. We're all
I'm
alive.
live. We're live.
Unfortunately.
So I shouldn't blow the whistle. I
What
found the
whistle?
whistle, by the way.
Is it the whistle for men?
It's the Jeff Bezos whistle.
Oh, that's not the kind of man I'm looking for.
You sure? He's got a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Goose's Blair Witch stream is going on at the same time.
Well, fuck that guy.
He's got real bad timing.
Oh, dang, I kind of wanted to watch that.
Yeah, it really sucks to be you, doesn't it? Too bad you
really
have
does,
this thing
doesn't
called. Too bad you've got this thing called prior obligations.
Say, you're not gonna believe me, but that podcast you got there, it was me what made her. Me and my co-hosts.
What?
I think that's the dumbest thing you've ever opened with.
What do you mean?
I'm just confused.
You're always confused.
I literally took a quote from the game we're playing and I made it podcast related instead of axe related.
Oh.
Yeah, it's when is his name Brock?
Yeah, I think it's Brock.
Yeah. When he first talks about the axe. He says, "You're not gonna believe me, but that axe you got there, it was me what made her. Me and my brother."
You're right, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel disappointed. At least one of you got it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I can't remember every single piece of
Did you not
dialogue.
replay it?
I did.
So, fun fact. Actually, I'll save it for the game stuff when we get to the game bit. That's when I'll give you my fun fact. I won't remember it by then, but I will save it till then.
Okay. So, we're going to get to the usual bullshit first. Besides God of War, what have you been playing?
Final Fantasy 14
Could have guessed that.
and Outer Wilds.
Oh, really? That's a game I've heard a lot about, and I just haven't played it.
I love it. I am heavily enjoying it, and I know I have so much more progress to make, and that's exciting.
Sweet.
What?
He's dying.
Dolly Mini, what the fuck?
He's dying, don't worry.
Oh. I typed in a green Dutch angel dragon, hoping it would give me something close. But I just got green dragons.
It doesn't know how to represent Dutch.
It probably was like, how do I put the country? I'm an idiot.
I wouldn't be
country
surprised
of
if it was
Dutch.
wearing like a wooden shoe or something.
No, they're just green dragons. Okay.
Okay, well, lad, what have you been playing?
Yes.
Fortnite.
I regret asking.
Fortnite.
What else? Magic: The Gathering Arena. PC game. Or mobile.
That's why you were
Or that
talking about Magic earlier.
Yeah, I
Isn't a
bought
big
some
Magic
actual
fan.
cards though. And that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have been playing Fortnite as well. And earlier this week I was playing more because I dropped it. So I tried to pick it back up. Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit Remastered on the Switch.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, I didn't know that was on the. I didn't know that was on the Switch.
I think it's Hot Pursuit Remastered. I think that's the one. Yeah. It's Hot Pursuit Remastered, and it is on the Switch. And it is fun.
Hot for Soup Remastered.
Hot Fursuit Remastered. Okay.
I'm glad you're having fun with it.
Yeah, racing and shooting. That's what I do, baby. Speaking
In
of
a video
FPSs,
game context.
Yeah.
yes, in Minecraft. Speaking of FPSs, the Summer Game Fest happened, and
Yes, tell us about it. I didn't watch it.
it was just okay. The problem is E3 didn't happen, and so Jeff Keighley was like, I'll do the best, closest thing we can. I've been doing Summer Game Fest for a couple years. Usually it's smaller. This time I'll just take over, do the big one, and hopefully we can get some cool.
I'll make my own E3 with blackjack and hookers.
No, E3 had blackjack. This is the Christian. This is the Christian version of it.
I'll make my own E3 without blackjack and hookers.
Where instead of everyone doing cocaine in the back, it was the devs were actually allowed to walk on stage and talk about their games, and it was very adorable because everyone was just happy to be there. It was very wholesome, actually, unexpectedly so.
Nice.
But yeah, we got Call of Duty got like a fucking 5-minute gameplay thing. And then, like, most of a level was just played in front of us. It's like, okay. So we know this part of the story now. Real Call of Duty fans laughed because they were at the beginning, they're like, this is the biggest Call of Duty yet. Freighters, fucking oil rigs and shit. All this big stuff. And everyone was like, that was Call of Duty Ghosts, though. Are you acting like that doesn't exist? Which the answer is yes. That game's fucking 9 years old. Fuck.
Yep.
And
Still love that game.
what's the other one? Witch something? It's a dark fantasy FPS that was revealed 5 years ago, and it's finally been re-revealed. And it looks fucking awesome. I gotta find the name of it.
Me.
I gotta
Witch
find.
something.
Yeah, it's Witch something. I even tweeted about it. Hold on, let me. I can find it.
The Witcher 4.
No.
Took a really weird new direction with it.
I posted about it on Jeff Keighley's post. Where the fuck is this shit? Where? Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. That's liked. I need replies. I'm an idiot. Witchfire is what it's called. And it looks fucking awesome.
That sounds cool.
Give me Witchfire. Coyote riding a unicycle. Oh my god, that's beautiful. These dolly things is perfect. Coyote in Skyrim. That, oh my god.
Guys, you can't keep saying images. But you're not going to show the crowd, remember?
No, I'm not saying images. I'm describing Dolly. Go to
Yeah,
Dolly,
well-
type in coyote on unicycle, and you'll get your own pictures. It's beautiful. Coyote in Skyrim
Yeah,
is
do your
also
own homework.
great. It's surprisingly good at video games. That straight up just looks like Skyrim, but like a painting, just like the Call of Duty ones I posted. I should have taken a picture, but my favorite one I got was Kratos at a furcon, and it was like the Joker furry that was there. It was a fursuit that it made, and then put Kratos's tattoos on that. It was like, this is beautiful.
It is kind of cool.
Anyway, Dolly's fun. Go you. Oh, my green Dutch Angel Dragon's still here. How's that?
Salvador Dali.
What was that, SpongeBob? What'd you type in to get that? Is that SpongeBob
What?
in front of a Porsche?
No, that's SpongeBob in a car accident.
Okay, well, guys,
Yes.
I'm just gonna say I'm not the picture guy this time.
I
No,
wasn't gonna say anything. He
no,
noticed it,
no,
so
no, it's different because they can just go generate their own versions of that. Do you want to see SpongeBob in a car accident?
Yeah, but
Go
they'll
to
never see the
Dolly
ones we
Mini.
laugh at.
That's fine. They're all hilarious. If you showed me the ones they generate, I would laugh just as hard finding out that that's SpongeBob in a car accident. It looks like fucking SpongeBob standing in front of a car for a rap album is what it fucking looks like.
yeah, that was the only one it came up with that actually had a car involved. The other ones were just distorted SpongeBob pictures.
God.
Okay, we're let's talk about God of War now. God of War.
Dad of boy.
Dad of boy. Fancy, you recommended this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have you describe it.
You're playing as Kratos, aka Dad of Boy, or the God of War. I don't know if he actually is, but
He was at one point.
he was. He has settled down, had a wife, had a son. Wife died. Son kind of resents dad, or they're not really getting along because he was gone all the time. They burn wife after she's dead. They burn her body. Pretty much the story is about spreading her ashes in the tallest peak of Midgard. The game takes place in the Norse mythology. You do fight gods later on. I don't know if either of you got that far, but
I tried.
and there's some side quests.
The last big thing I fought was a fucking dragon in a canyon.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I didn't fight a dragon. I freed a dragon. So I tried to make progress, but the moment I got the boat, I immediately got sidetracked by the 1,000,001 side quests, which I'm in love with, by the way. But I admittedly, like, after talking to the World Serpent, I kind of haven't done a whole lot.
I have
You
been
didn't go to.
I've been trying to get through this game, and we'll get to them later as we actually start talking about like the game and stuff. Because right now we're just kind of doing first impressions and shit. But I have not done a single side quest. I've just been kind of going through, which is why even though I only had free time to play it in the last couple days, I'm pretty proud of how far I got. Because I googled, I was like, oh no, I'm kind of like halfway through this game. I'm proud of how far I did get, despite me not really enjoying my time with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is not going to be one of those moments where it's like, oh, this game's shit. This is very much one of those. It's just not for me. I like this game. I salute this game for everything it does. It is very good. It's beautiful. I see what it does. It's like, this is very good. And then I play it and I go, I'm kind of bored.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those. I got as far as I did by basically forcing myself to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I can hear the pain.
I know. I'm very sorry.
I'm not expecting everyone to like them, but
Well,
Yeah.
no, so
I have my reasons, and again, we'll get into them. But just right now, I see what this game does. It's like this is all very good except for one thing. It just so happens that one thing kind of gets in the way all the time. So that's kind of my overview. Is this game is very cool, just not for me.
So as far as story goes, how far did you get, both of you?
I talked to the World Serpent, and I got a boat.
Okay.
I cut the man's head off and reanimated it.
Okay. I know where both of you are.
Yes. I'm. How did I get farther than you?
Well, okay, so there's like
And yes,
800,000 side
he is a
quests.
lot farther than you did.
There's side quests, man, and I am obsessed with side quests. Whenever I play a game, if there's side quests, I will do all of them
In fact,
before moving on.
to make you, I'm going to say the biggest detail was cutting his head off and reanimating it. But the very last thing I did was I literally talked to the world serpents again using his head. That was literally the last thing
Yes,
I
you
did.
have to make him blow the horn.
Yes, I blew the horn. He almost killed us because he misspoke.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's the literally the last thing I did, and that was like get back in the boat, and then I stopped, and I never returned.
Yeah, so I found an area where I wasn't supposed to be. I did a whole side quest that takes place in a mine. I helped a guy get revenge on a statue of Thor because Thor's actually a dick.
Yep.
Um,
And Odin. Odin's not good either.
yeah, the guy wasn't upset at Odin; he was upset at Thor. And that pretty much covers. Oh, computer screen, thank you. That pretty much covers everything I did because I am but a fool who gets distracted too easily.
No, my first time going through that game, I did all the side stuff, so I don't blame you.
I
But
did not
This time
because
I just kind of skipped it.
I have been having the time of my life while doing it, though. So
I did not because I knew I wouldn't. I wanted to talk about as much of the story as possible, and I had limited time because I was busy and then I got sick. So I've not had that much. Despite the last episode being 3 weeks ago, I've basically only had like 5 days of free time to actually try to play this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So I don't think either of you got far enough, but why do you think Boy is sick?
because he is a god.
Because Odin cursed him.
One of you is half right. he is a half god because Kratos' wife wasn't.
Fuck yeah!
But yeah, he finds that out later on and gets kind of too big for his britches. And then Kratos kind of puts him in his place. He's like, "Yeah,
Boy.
son, you shouldn't. You're not immortal, okay? I am. You're not."
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far.
That's like near the end of the game.
Yeah, everything alluding to that has been what's well when you talk to another god, they go, "Have you told the boy?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Have you boy the told?
Have
He
you
also
boy the
gets
told?
really angry all the time, and that's when his sickness kicks up.
That I
He's-
didn't tie together, but now that you mention it,
Well,
you are
if you would
correct.
have gotten a little bit farther into the story, there's one time where he gets really angry and then he's like coughing and stuff.
I know what you're talking about because I got that far.
And he's acting like that because he doesn't know that what he is.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's the part where Kratos is in the light for way longer than he knows. Yeah. I got that far. Go me.
Okay, so admittedly, I've seen that part because I've seen stuff of the game. So I have seen him get mad there, where he's like, I was only in there for 3 minutes." And he's like, "No, you were in there forever." And like it pans around, and there's just corpses everywhere.
Yeah.
Kratos is just looking around like, "What the fuck?"
The fuck. God, my throat. So, well, how should we do this? How should we talk about this game? Let me pull up my notes real quick. Okay, my shitty intro. I can delete that now. Only one person got.
Baldur like 2 more times later on.
Oh, great.
and Thor's other son, I forget his name.
The question: do we ever get to see a gate that is owned by Baldur?
No.
Damn, I couldn't tie it to the Baldur's Gate franchise.
Oh, you find out that the witch is Freya too.
Yeah, I got that part. You find that out.
That was my guess the moment I saw her.
Yeah.
The witch is bad guy's mom, Baldur's mom. And she's the reason he can't feel pain, and he resents her for that. Because she thought he was, or he thought, she thought she was blessing him with that, but it was actually a curse.
Yeah, I got that far as well because you learned that when you resurrect. I forget his name.
See Odin, he just kind of talks to you once later on.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're an interloper. You shouldn't be here." And Thor never actually shows up, but they're supposed to be in the second game.
I was gonna say I've got a feeling he'll be in the next game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You good?
I am so sorry. I'm still getting over my sickness. It pops up once in a while. Sorry. Strep is still trying to kill me.
I'm I'm more concerned about you than upset.
No, it's fine. I'm coughing shit up.
Oh god.
It gets confusing when you're trying to talk and then you cough and then your mouth is full of bullshit.
I think having a mouthful of bullshit would be confusing no matter what.
That is true. Oh, I misread my own notes. I was just about to read out the sentence to make a fool out of myself, which is, I wasn't expecting to fight candles. What it actually says, and I spelled it right. I'm just bad at reading. I wasn't expecting to fight cannibals.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happened early, and I was like,
Are these pictures from Obama boss fight?
No.
what are you
You
talking
guess
about?
what I typed in?
I'm sorry for interrupting.
There's a game HUD. What game is this? What game is it trying to fix? Oh,
Payday?
that does look like Fallout. Oh, that's Fallout. It's gotta be
Fallout
Fallout.
4.
Yeah. You said Fallout, the top picture, I saw the dead trees in the back and the billboard. I was like, yeah, that's Fallout. That's fucking
I just saw
Fallout.
the green and it looked Fallout to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know where that is.
Yeah, that's how the Call of Duty ones. I'm like, I can tell what maps it pulled from. I can actually just be like, yeah, no, that's shipment. That's fucking just shipment. I don't know.
Your shipment.
Hell yes. High rise to Warzone 2. Confirmed. The honey badger's coming back, baby. So yeah, I just found the cannibal thing weird. It was just like the first new enemy type. It was like, oh,
Go ahead.
it just surprised me because it's like you're fighting these undead monsters, and then you fight just cannibals.
You fight Sweeney Todd.
It's just like
Well,
this is weird.
There's a reason for that.
How little does the boy know?
What do you mean?
I believe the boy knows 0.
He's
He
either
knows he has dad.
well, it's like he says some obviously dumb shit sometimes. It's like, I shot the boar and the arrow didn't go through. What do you think? Is it magic? And it runs away as it's got runes on its back. It's like, I fucking wonder, bucko. Do you think it could be a magic boar?
Could it mayhaps be magic?
Could it be? Who knows? It's just like stuff like that.
He's the boy of war.
I heard something else.
No, don't
I'm not
don't
gonna say it.
question. Do
I'm
not
not gonna say it.
pursue. Not you.
Yeah,
I'm telling him not to pursue an
yeah.
answer. Um,
I like how you immediately understood. Yeah, it was just weird to me. It was like fight these undead things, fight cannibals, and then it's like fight some basic undead things, fight a giant monster, cannibals. Then you go back to the undead things, and then you start actually like getting into the elves and shit. It's like, why are there cannibals in this game? That's kind of weird. Like, I'm sure it's explained in the world and everything. It was just surprising. They're like, cut them for their meat. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Well, yeah, if they killed him, they'd turn into the ice people.
Uh,
So they'd have to keep you alive to eat you. That's kind of the same thing they use in some zombie apocalypse shows and stuff. Is
yeah,
if they die, they turn into zombies. So
it's like
Even if
The
you-
Walking Dead, where everybody's already infected.
yeah,
yeah,
yep. I know there's that scene where a guy wakes up in The Walking Dead and his leg's missing.
Yeah.
Which we're not talking about The Walking Dead, but you've got me talking about it. The Walking Dead shit, and this is why. So that scene, his leg got bit, you know,
Yep.
and then he reveals to the cannibals, "Hey, I was bitten," right? And they all freak out. It's like, does it? I forget how it goes. Do you know the scene I'm talking about?
I
No.
don't know the scene, but I am relatively familiar with The
Do
Walking Dead.
do they turn into zombies from eating infected flesh? It doesn't work the other way. 'Cause I feel like it would. I don't.
Maybe. Well, I don't think it would, because if everyone's already infected, but people didn't know that at the beginning, so they might have been like
Yeah,
avoiding it.
yeah, but this is later on, which is why they're keeping him alive to eat him, because at this point, people have kind of figured it out.
Mm.
So that's why I'm like, I don't remember them turning into zombies, which means he just reveals, I was bitten, and at that point they're like, oh no, cooties. Spit the food out. It's bad food now. It's like, no, just keep eating it.
I thought it was a blood thing. Or am I thinking of a different series?
That's 28 days later, I think.
Yeah, 28 days later is any blood that gets in you. It's like blood can drop in your eye and you'll turn.
It's like weirdly fast.
Yes. Yeah. Walking Dead, it seems to be just straight up, you either die and turn or you get bitten.
Yeah, and the thing about being bitten too is that the bite itself isn't what turns you, it's that it gives you like a million diseases. It's like playing a survival game and then contracting every single disease at the same time.
Yes.
Anyway, Norse God of War.
Norse God
Listen,
of War, yes.
they put cannibals in this game. It's just weird.
God of
That's
War,
all
now
I'm
with
saying.
cannibals.
Yes, cannibals.
There's probably like a reason where nothing was really growing and they couldn't hunt or something like that, and they needed to eat people. I don't know.
Yeah. I could see there being a reason. Like I said, it's just weird because you're like, fight this big monster. Fight a bunch of these undead things. Fight some cannibals. Meet a witch. It's like,
Then there's the Dark Elves.
yeah, and there's just elves and shit. It's like, don't forget the cannibals. They were there too. it's just this weird thing. Like when you look
the
at
cannibals?
when you look at the full picture, you're like, I fought cannibals in the beginning of this game. Why? They were there. Just kind of weird. I
Also
kind
the
of enjoy it.
nightmares.
Yeah, but that's even a little less weird. It's just like we're in this ultra fantasy thing, and it's like cannibals.
And the hags. I forgot about the hags.
Yeah.
You have to punch them. Or no, you don't have to punch them. You have to have them shoot arrows at them.
I'm gonna risk my entire computer.
Oh no.
This thing had a flash drive. There's a hidden flash drive.
I would-
Okay, if I disappear,
Are we gonna witness a death?
or is it not a flash drive? Whatever it is, it's
Does it
USB
charge?
plug. Yeah, I plugged it in and the light turned on. What do you? Oh my god, that's.
Flashlight.
This is not a flashlight. Is that how I? Oh,
What's happened?
that's how I
Quite the video game
recharge
plot.
this thing.
Charge what?
I'll show you guys after the podcast.
Okay.
Suffice it to say, I made an impulse purchase and I'm kind of obsessed with it. It just showed up today.
Okay. So I'm just gonna keep going on kind of the world building stuff since we talked about the cannibals. I really like the way this game looks, and I really like the lore. I like the idea of everything. It's very cool.
Yes.
Yes, I think this game is beautiful.
Mhm.
It rides that nice line of everything is really highly detailed, but it's stylized just enough that's like this game's gonna age fine. This game's gonna do fine. It's very pretty. I very much like that about this game. There are plenty of spots where they like purposely put a clearing in trees, so you can just stand there and be like, "Look at this vista. Look at this."
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous views.
Yeah. And then your annoying son comes up and goes, "Too bad they won't stop fighting."
No, I also made a note about how every time you're like can't figure something out or you're just standing there for a second, he'll say something.
Oh god.
Yeah, he keeps talking.
Yeah, he's just like,
I think the way is this way.
there was
Or,
one.
Can we leave, please?
There was one point where I was standing around. I think I was answering a text message or something with my phone, and he just goes, "Hey, it's this way." Just like, shut the fuck up, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps talking. If you stop moving for a second, he'll say something. It's like, "Don't put that controller down, you fat fuck," is what the game's saying.
There was one point where I was just walking around in circles because I couldn't remember how to solve a puzzle, and he was like, "Hey, I would like to leave. Can we leave? I want to leave."
You're like, shut the fuck up, boy.
Like, no, I'm trying to find a collectible. Shut up.
Yeah, he keeps talking, and he constantly reuses pretty similar lines all the time, like the one I brought up about the fucking elves. It's like, too bad
Flip over.
he just keeps saying through the game, "Too bad they can't stop fighting." Like, yeah, I heard you the first 10 times. I heard you.
I fucking heard you, child.
I heard you, boy. We're good.
I also don't know how old he's supposed to be.
Probably 14,
Let me Google it.
12, 10.
How old is boy from Dad of Boy?
No, that's got. Okay, he's about 11 in the first.
11.
Okay, that was
Okay.
close.
In the sequel, he'll be 14.
I had the sequel dialed in. I'm sorry.
There you. Wrong game.
Fake fan.
Let's see other notes. Yeah, this game's just this game's very pretty. Like my throat. I'm so sorry.
Very pretty. It's also very smooth if you're playing on a PS5.
Oh yeah, buttery smooth.
They gave it a 60 FPS patch. So
Good for you. Show offs.
I like 60 frames.
Like, good
So
for
do
you.
I,
Shut
but
the
I
fuck
can't
up.
have it.
It's okay. All you gotta do is spend $1,200 on one.
No.
Yeah, all you gotta do is make a purchase that you'll regret.
I don't regret
No,
it.
here's the thing. I'm slowly getting more into PC gaming. If it's like, oh, you have $1,200, I'm like, okay, I'm getting a fucking Vive. Like,
That's fair.
Yeah,
like
but
a PS5 is going to be everyone for Christmas give me money, and then with that I'll buy a PlayStation. But if I just if I'm like if I'm saving up, I'm getting a Vive, which is what I'm trying to get now. I want a Vive. Or not even I don't know why I'm saying a Vive. I want the
Index.
Index. That's the one I want.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I want that there. That there.
Let me look at my notes.
Yes.
So, speaking of like how beautiful the game is and all that, I kind of got so enamored with the game I forgot to take notes. Like when I was playing it, I was genuinely having a grand time. It's beautiful. I've got a couple of complaints about some specific combat stuff, but I would chalk a lot of that up to me being inept at combos, and also choosing the worst way to fight every enemy.
I would
Thought of
blame it.
something else.
I would
Um,
personally blame it on the enemies.
because, well, so here's my reasoning for not blaming it all on the enemies, because I really do feel like a big part of it was me. The moment I learned that I could just fist, that's all I did.
Wow.
I fought Baldur with my bare fists, even when it was like, nah, pull out the axe. Nope, fists. He only hit me once.
Yeah, but how long
Uh,
did that fight fucking last?
it wasn't short.
Wow. Why would you do? Why?
Because it was fun.
I mean, I guess, yeah. If you're having fun doing it, then sure. But
And
holy
that's
shit.
the thing is with like fodder enemies, it actually ends up being a really decent way to take out most of them. The big fat guys are harder, and the
Speedy
I
boys.
don't like the ones that are air quotes so fast you can't hit them, but
Yeah,
Atreus's slow ass arrows can hit them.
yeah.
Um, because like the thing with the punching is it's the parry timing for the shield is the same as Dark Souls. Dark Souls, yeah, Dark Souls. So I went into the game knowing how to parry right as soon as they told me it was a thing.
Okay.
Um,
I like the mechanics of the fighting. The axe is very satisfying, especially when you catch that shit, calling it back.
oh
Every
yeah,
time I see that animation, it's like, yes. Uh, when you get a good block on with the shield, the way it slows down time for a second, very good. I like all that. I don't like fighting the enemies though, which is why I blame it. Because fighting, every time I do something, it's like, yes, this looks very good, and then I actually pay attention to what I'm doing. It's like, I'm, I'm, I don't enjoy fighting most of these enemies. I enjoy fighting the big things, the bigger, because their attacks are different. But when you break it down, it's like every area has like four enemies. They've got the big guy, the fast guy, the normal guy, and the guy with flames or long range combat. And they're basically the same every single spot. Every realm you go to, it's the same four fucking guys, but those guys have black face. These guys are blue. These guys are dead.
and because I never made it to any of the other realms, I only dealt with the first set of those enemies. So it's good to know that they're not going to be changing up that formula moving forward.
Yeah, some of them, like, I think some of the elves can, like, hover and shit, but they just kind of hover around you, so they might as well just not.
I sorry to interrupt you, but I just remembered another thing happens near the end of the game.
Yeah.
you go back to your home. I forget what happens because I didn't get there this time, but you go back to your home and you open up the floor and guess what's there?
The Blades of Chaos.
You're darn
Yes.
tootin' they are.
Darn
How could
tootin'.
they not be? Those are Kratos' signature weapon, no matter how much of a beard he gets.
Yeah, it's just cool when he goes back there and gets those because he
Oh,
takes those arm wrappings off that he has the whole game
yeah.
and he wraps the chains around them again.
Oh, that
Cool.
sounds cool. I look forward to that.
Yeah, it's near the end. I forget what story thing happens. Something happens. Oh, I think one of the you go get the Blades of Chaos.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, are you really gonna try to spoil this? I mean, we should have gotten there, but see, that's our fault. But still,
Honestly, by the time I get there, I'll have forgotten.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
the
keep
Blades
doing
of
all the side
Chaos.
stuff. It'll take you a while to get there.
Well, that's the thing too. I am, like, no joke. I forget things moments after I hear them a lot of the time, which is why I've never cared about movie spoilers, because I am guaranteed to forget it. Even if I'm about to watch the movie, like, in 2 hours, I will have forgotten.
All the realms have side stuff too. So you haven't even gotten to the first realm.
I am gonna be so distracted.
Have you done any of the quests for the brothers?
One of the side quests I did was for the one brother I've met.
Yeah. Okay. I won't spoil anything else then. There's something that happens if you do all of them.
Sick. I plan to, so.
Specifically the ones for them. But you haven't met his brother yet, have you?
Nope.
Yeah, I have
Because you gotta do more boat stuff
boat stuff.
and realm travel.
I like
Yeah.
how much freedom there is with the boat stuff.
It's funny because I only did story. It surprised me at how, like, if you only do story, not a single side quest like me, you meet the two brothers pretty close back to back. They're not that spread out.
No, they're really not.
Yeah, you meet one. He's like, I made that axe with my brother. Then you walk on the other side of this hill, and the other one's just camping over there. You fucking met my brother. Fucking did. And then you just keep running into them.
Yeah, they can teleport.
Yeah. And he won't share his food.
The one angry blue guy will always be in the one area, in the temple.
Yeah, he took over the temple, and the other guy.
That other guy just teleports around.
Which is funny because if he can teleport, then why did he let himself get trapped in a corner by a whole fucking dragon? Just teleport out of there, you fuck.
He can only. He's a quantum object, so he can only do it when he's not being observed. Oh, little science thing that I learned today. There's a quantum test that we can do. It's basically this thing where you put some kind of particle through these two slots. But the projection they create is like 5 different slots.
Yeah.
Unless you have a sensor or something that absolutely observes it passing through one of the 2 slots. And the moment you have something that does that, it immediately creates only an image of 2 slots.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
There's memes about that. That's one of those things. That's one of those memes that you have to be in the know. Sometimes you'll be in the comment section of something, and you'll just see someone posted an image of just like light going in, 2 slots, 5 come out, and then the bottom one is light going in, and only 2 come out. And it's like, that's the meme. They just posted some quantum shit. It's like that. Yeah.
And the coolest part about the quantum shit is like your observation is what alters it.
Yeah. Like, I'm watching you, you bullshit. You better do what I want you to.
You better obey the laws of physics as we understand them.
My notes are pretty sparse because I also, when I was playing, I didn't take too many. I had to think of them after the fact.
Oh, I like that having different armor pieces for Kratos actually has different appearances, and same with the bits for the axe.
Yep, the boy has some too.
Yes, I got the boy a thing that makes him better at assisting me.
There's pretty much two sets of armor for Kratos. You got some that focus on defense and some that boost your strength.
Okay.
Can you guess which ones
And
I went for?
oh, I did all the strength ones
Yep.
because if you're good, you don't need defense.
If you're good enough, you just don't use them.
Use what?
Any
The
upgrades?
outfits.
You didn't
Uh,
upgrade anything?
No.
I got an ability that
Only the
lets
first
me
one it forces you.
shoulder check people.
You didn't get any new armors or anything?
I probably have them. I just haven't used them. I continue to search for the chests. I just don't use them after.
What about the axe abilities?
I use those because that's kind of a part of the story. Is you literally just keep running into these fuckers who keep fixing your axe. Yeah, they're fighting over like, no, 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 I'm better at working on the axe. No, 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 I'm better. You let the other brother touch it. Fuck that guy. Let me clean the axe.
At
Yeah,
this point, they're like holding your axe hostage, trying to make it better.
but yeah,
Kratos
Mike.
is like, I'm just trying to get through this.
My version of Kratos is he just lets them do it so they don't, so they shut up. And he goes around punching the tops of chests to pull out tiny bags of shit, and he doesn't do anything with them. He just has bags of shit on him.
He never uses any of it. I love the fact that he, like, every other game would be like, oh, they like kick the top open, or no, he just punches his hand right into that shit. He's like, nah, I'm.
And I love how comically big the chests get, and he still pulls out the same sized bag every
Yeah.
time.
It's like this whole chest, and he roots through it, and he pulls out like an apple-sized bag of stuff.
Yeah, it's like eventually you get to areas where it's like that's a whole ass coffin, and you pull out a little bag. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Yeah, and like I said, I haven't used any of it except for the first time it forces you to. So my Kratos just has a bunch of tiny bags around his waist or something. And I have not felt like I'm too far behind on like, because I mean, if just be good enough at dodging, and you're fine.
Then use the shield.
Yeah,
I'm bad
if
at
you can
dodging, but I'm
dodge,
good at parrying.
if you can dodge and use the shield, then you don't really need it. And that's what I found. I'm doing when I do get in fights, even though I'm not, I don't like getting into the fights because they're boring. I can do them without dying because I know how to use the shield. It's very
Fights
satisfying
are
to use it.
boring.
I like
Yeah,
using the
shield
shield.
is very satisfying.
Very good. Let's see other mechanics. Oh yeah. Speaking of combat, I hate having to tell my son to shoot every time I want him to shoot.
No, go ahead.
I wish, like, I realize why they do it. It's he only has like 5 arrows at a time at most. Like he never has a ton of arrows. He has to go get them and shit. But I like I don't really use him unless I have to for like puzzle solving because I'd rather just beat shit up and not have to look at the enemy I'm already looking at. I could easily just hit R1 or R2 and set an axe through his skull, or
All you gotta
I
do is
can.
push square and he'll shoot an arrow at the dude you're looking at.
Yeah, but I have to move my fingers to do that. Is what I'm saying. My fingers are already in this position. I'm already looking at the enemy. I might as well just keep hitting. Yeah.
Thing
Keep
about his
punching.
arrows is they help build up the stun faster.
Not a
Uh,
problem if you're only fisting.
Not a problem if you don't use the stun feature.
But that's where all the cool animations are when you rip the people in half and cut their heads off.
Those animations are cool. That's another reason I enjoy
Oh, if
They were
ever you
ruined.
stun someone and you use you hold the R2 down with the axe out, you will either split them in half or you will cut their head off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them, but I found them to not be as cool because we just played fucking Doom. Dooms are cooler.
That's fair.
So a lot, yeah. So it's like a lot of them are just like, I stomp your head into the ground. It's like there's a couple where he full on rips people in half. It's like that's all of them in Doom. Like some of them, the way they're framed is because they're allowing it to be rated M, so they're allowed blood and stuff, but they're not being super gory about it. And when they do, they make sure to let you know that it's fantasy shit. It's like you tear people in half and like the insides of them are glowing orange and shit. It's not just pure like meat like in Doom. It's just I don't know.
Just meat.
It's not just meat that you're pulling apart. There's that separation there that they have. And then like I said, the head stomping one is they frame it so you know you're stomping the head, but you don't see it. They do that kind of stuff. It's
I
like I
like
don't
the
know.
one in the Dark Elf area where you throw their spear back at them. That's funny.
I have not seen that one because by then I just stopped using them.
It does sound cool.
I'll just keep
Well,
hitting my
if you
axe.
get like 5 minutes into the temple thing, you will go there and you
I'll
will
make
fight
it
the
there
Dark Elf.
eventually.
I forget what the realm is called, but it's where the elves are. Alfheim, that's what it is.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we played this before Doom, I would have better things to say about those finishers. But playing Doom 2016 first was like, those kind of spoiled me. It's like being told, "Hey, there's this super cool game called Dead Space, right?" And you play it, and then you play the Dead Space clones after that. Even ones where it's not like straight up a clone, but there's ones where it's like, oh, we've got the same kind of things where like the area around you can just kind of kill you sometimes, but they're never as satisfyingly terrible.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I feel like maybe I should have played these games before Dead Space. That was a nice build up.
If I recall correctly, too, the people who did Dead Space ended up having to go to therapy afterwards.
Yep, but now they're back. They're making
They are back.
they're making the Callisto project. It looks fucking awesome. I can't wait. Glenn Schofield, you might have ruined Call of Duty, but thank you for going back to your roots and doing this instead.
So, the original people aren't working on the remake?
No, they all left for Activision to work on Call of Duty. You remember Glenn Schofield's name, right?
It sounds familiar.
That is the second lead on Advanced Warfare.
Oh,
It was Matt Condrey and Michael Schofield.
Oh,
Yeah,
I-
a lot of the Sledgehammer guys were. I think the company was Visceral who did Dead Space. I might be
believe so.
wrong about that. Yeah, they were all Visceral guys. Now a lot of them have left, made their own company, and they're making the Callisto Project, which is a spiritual successor
Oh, that's what
to Dead
it's on my
Space.
Game Informer that I haven't read yet.
Yeah, that's a Dead Space. Basically, it's Dead Space again, which is funny. That was revealed a couple years ago already. And now, just last year, all of a sudden, EA was like, and we're remastering Dead Space. So now it's gotten to this point where it's like, if the Callisto project has to come out this year, or else people are not going to talk about it, because if it gets pushed back at all, Dead Space Remastered is coming up first. So this game, I hate the fact that they're in this one, but it's like I want them to come out so I can play it. It's like this is Dead Space by the Dead Space team, same like lead and everything, and then I'll play the Dead Space Remasters. But if it's the other way around, I'm still gonna. I'm sure I'll love it. I want to play the original team's game first. So please come out December. Don't let EA beat you. Unless if you're gonna kill your employees by rushing them, then
Um,
I will happily be forced to play the first 3 Dead Spaces if it means you don't kill your employees.
I have Dead Space 3. We could do co-op.
I don't have any Dead Space. I've played them, don't own them.
Um,
I had those when I was still in my yeah, I'll happily trade my games into GameStop. Mistake.
so long story short on the whole therapy thing, to get the look of the necromorphs, they looked at car crash and burn victims.
Yeah. If you make a realistic game with bodies, pretty much any game developer has to do that. It's just Dead Space, and also the other hard one is they do that for Mortal Kombat, which is why they don't come out as often as they used to. Like they have a good couple years between them now because it's like, so you just looked up videos and shit of people's spines being pulled out. Have a vacation, please. Go home.
Yeah.
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 I never thought about that before.
Yeah, yeah. If you are a game dev and you at all are like, maybe I'll put some bodies around here, you have Google dead bodies. That's just a thing you've done. Which is why the joke is, are you a game developer? You're on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
You're on a list.
Or if you do practical effects for a murder movie.
Yes. Yes. So basically what I'm saying is Knight and I are on lists.
Yep.
Because even in college, it's like, well, you've decided to do a zombie. You know what that means? Find some rotten flesh pictures.
You.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen some heinous shit.
Yeah. A lot of dicks. Not even like grotesque, just you get a bunch of people in a room and they're allowed to make whatever they want. You're going to get a lot of dicks.
That also happens if you're in a live model drawing class.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. The professor's rule on that was if you want to make a dick, then you're allowed to, but you better go all out. That better be a good looking dick. Right? You can do the meme of I'm going to make a dick. It better be a good looking dick. Because it's still your homework. You gotta.
And then you have to explain to anyone you live with why you're 3D modeling a penis.
Yeah, it's like I'll never forget. We had to do World of Warcraft style art, and someone made a dildo sword, and it looked like it would fit in the game. They did pretty good. It had that art style. It was hilarious.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, and it was just straight up allowed. Like you can do whatever you fucking want. It just better be well made. It's video games in general are like that. Don't people put weird shit in their games? So
Yeah.
it just better be well made and be able to run in a game and good enough. You can do whatever you want really, as long as it fits within the assignment. It's like if you're told to model an animal, it has to be an animal. But which one? Fuck it.
That is a thing that I liked about college was the absolute amount of freedom.
Yeah. like, like, I'll never forget our super detailed models. Everyone in my class was like game consoles. I someone before my year, I don't know if it was still on the wall when you went there, but someone did a PlayStation 1 motherboard, and it was just on the wall. And it was so well made because a nerd like me goes up, and I impressed her because I walked up, was like, "That's a PS1 memory board." She's like, "Well, you've opened consoles before, because only a nerd would know what a PS1 memory or a PS1 motherboard looks like." It was the entire motherboard for the console. I'm like, I know what that is.
That's cool.
'Cause I'm a fucking nerd, but it was well made. It was very good. I was like, that's awesome. I want that on my wall.
I did a stapler.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Is you could choose wherever you want. I did a PS Vita. Met we a lot of game controllers and stuff. And Knight over here was like, I'm gonna do stapler.
It's the best thing I've ever 3D modeled.
The best thing I ever 3D modeled was my car, my Izetta. What does this have to do with God of War?
I don't know. You got
got
on
off
the Dead
track,
Space
but,
tangent, developing in the.
Yeah, let's go backwards. We got on to Dead Space. How did we get to Dead Space? Oh, I remember. This is a long tangent. Yeah, this is a long tangent about I'm not a Doom
You
has better.
You weren't liking the.
Yeah, Doom has better executions, and that got us all the way to Dead Space. And
that is something I love about podcasts is we can just tangent like that.
yeah, we're talking, we're learning shit. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? So yeah, Doom ruined me. It did.
In more than one way.
Yes. Tier list: which Doom weapons are most dildo shaped? I've written this down. That's a video idea. Ranking dildo gun.
S tier rocket launcher.
I mean, you're not wrong. At least that one's fucking a pipe. It's a cylinder.
S tier chain gun, but only the 3-barrel version.
I feel like the only one that's bad when you really think about it is the fucking oh, fucking my brain. Oh, Doom was only 3 weeks ago. Come on, you got this. What's the name of the gun? The BFG, because that thing's a mile wide. You're just gonna die if you stick that up your ass. Anyway, God of War.
You gotta be really careful.
You gotta go real. You're gonna need
Because you and anyone in a mile radius will be dead.
you.
Very dead.
To get that thing up your ass, you're gonna need 5 gallons of lube and a lot of luck.
And dedication.
Yes, a lot of practice. You might not want to start with the BFG. That's like, fucking. I was gonna try to go for a Mario Kart joke here. I don't know why. It's gonna be like
Mario Kart.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, that's the 200cc version of sticking shit up your ass. This
Nintendo nerds know that's really hard.
This is what it's like having your mind full of just video games. It's like I can take Doom, butt stuff, and Mario Kart and stick it into one conversation and make it make sense somehow.
Stick it all into one butt.
Yeah, one butt.
So what's the next segment?
Is
Are we
there
still on God of
a
War?
dildo in the shape of the world?
Serpent?
Yeah. That's gotta be.
Wait, okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Can you explain your art?
Only if we're
So
allowed.
I only
to put it on
recognize the
screen.
world serpent.
I'll pick. I am happy to show this.
Okay.
I've now started. I'm really. If I don't have to edit it, I'm not going to. If you want to send me photos, I'll put them up. I'm just gonna re-upload the video now. I'm doing that now.
Cool.
After the like episode 3, at this point, lost media. You'll never fucking see it. We'll talk about that game again in the future. I'll just do it
Which
again.
one was episode 3?
That was Second Son, unfortunately.
One of our best ones.
Yeah, that one unlistenable. Unlistenable. Fuck it. I cannot.
The last one I picked. Great.
Well, I in the future will pick it again because I actually enjoyed that game. I'll be happy to play it again. So we will redo that. But addressing the bullshit in the room, episode 3 does not exist.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
Didn't.
Anyway,
to-
let me get this
to-
photo. It's on Twitter, I think, right?
Well,
No,
I
he
also
just
put it in
posted
the
it.
general chat here.
Please explain.
So you're familiar with Jormungandr, yeah?
Yes.
The world serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
In the game God of War, yeah.
Yes, he is in the game God of War.
Oh no, you're gonna hate me.
He's
Save it
also
till
in
Quality.
actual mythology.
Yes, I know.
So he's got a gun.
See,
No, it's not up yet. You can't. Hold up.
it is a. Oh, well, yeah, you gotta put it on
Image. Okay.
the whistle.
Browse. Quick access. So we're talking about this. Here we go. There's the image.
So there's the world serpent with a gun,
Yes.
because we all know the end of the world serpent's tail is a hand. And the two brothers made him the world serpent 1911. Someone who knows guns is gonna look at that and be like, "That's not what that is. You're a fucking loser." I have no idea what it is from this. I'm sorry. So you might notice he's wearing a red hat.
It's a PP90210. That's not what that is. What's the gun from Ghost? Yeah, hold on. Keep talking.
This red hat is the iconic red hat of the world famous thief Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might notice he's got something wrapped up in his coil, I
Yeah.
guess you'd call it. That's kind of being held by him. That would be the British Empire, which he's conquered.
I still don't understand where this came from.
So the original art idea I had was just straight up, can I get the world serpent in Carmen Sandiego's hat? Because the joke was where in the world is, and then instead of Carmen Sandiego, it'd be what's his name?
Jormungandr.
Bless you.
Jormungandr.
Yarmungandr.
Yarnum You're
Sure.
Close enough.
Black
That was the
percent.
Bloodborne boss.
whose chat was I in? What was I in when I just said your mama gander?
That was Scrytunes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say your mama gander. That's
Cool.
the official name now. Your mom
enough.
gander. Where in the world isn't your mama ganders? That was the joke because he's everywhere. Where in the world
I
isn't
get
he?
it.
Yeah,
But
and
why
then
the
from
British
there,
Empire?
Goose joined the chat.
Oh.
And then as a joke, he's the one that said the British Empire. I said, now put
Yeah.
the gun in it to make it a really shitty, like, oh, Rattlesnake Jake had some hard times. And then all of a sudden Goose was like, and make it conquering the British Empire.
So I literally Googled the British Empire and found the first picture that wasn't just straight up a world map colored in.
Yeah, so it's like my original art idea. That was like as a joke, make a sick Rango reference. Goose comes in as like, add the British Empire. And from there, it's like, this meme is now unreadable because that one thing. I understand all of it, and now it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Even when I tried to explain it in that stream that we rated, they were just like, I feel like this has layers, and I am only on the surface.
Yes.
Yes.
The Scry could only pick out the fact that they knew this character. Everything else was like, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, to me it all makes sense besides the British Empire.
That's because all of it was an idea by me, except for that. It all came. The one detail that's like, where the fuck did that come from? It came from a different brain, and that's why it doesn't really add up. Everything else, you're like, okay, a dumb art idea. Then you went for a reference with the gun. The British Empire, though, like, what the fuck?
I think in the future I want to do more suggestions where it's one person comes up with the base idea and then other people get to throw random stuff in, because this was fun.
That sounds hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of that photo now. Thank you for creating my art. It was I love it. Goose, what the fuck?
Thank you.
So that was not a tangent. That was related. His characters.
Yeah.
That was God of War created or related.
Yeah, this is why he was asleep, because he did
Yes.
this and he was tired.
Yeah, when
Again.
you conquer the British Empire, you got to sleep under the ocean. You just have to. It takes a long time to rest.
Sure does.
Get it.
Let's see. I'm starting to run out of notes here. Let's see. We kind of went over the combat, how I don't like fighting the enemies, but everything else is awesome. Yeah, basically, when it comes down to that, it's just like I enjoy all of the game until I stumble upon enemies. I'm just like, I'll hit them with my axe a few times, block the shield, have my son yell fire in my ear for the 1000th time. And I'll continue having fun walking around, finding and reading runes, looking at vistas, solving puzzles, talking to characters, and then I'm in a stone bowl fighting enemies again. Yes. I like it all but the fighting, and I think it's because of the 4 enemy types that is in every realm. Because like I said, the dragon fight was awesome. Even fighting the larger larger monsters that you fight early on when you're first hunting the boar for the first time. At my point, I fought in 2 or 3 of those. Plus, there was like a stone one in the Elven area. There was a robot or stone one. Those are all more fun. Because they all have like their large weapon. The Elven one even had different moves. Like it had a laser eye and shit. Those are cool. But then when you're just
Those
fighting,
come back later.
yeah, like all the bigger monsters, the dragons, fighting the gods, that's all cool. When I have to fight the undead again, it's like I don't care. I want to be here.
You don't want to fight Draugr,
No, that's
the #1 premier Skyrim enemy?
I was gonna say. I had to unironically I googled that because as soon as I heard that, I was like, "Isn't that from Skyrim?"
Yeah, so Draugr are basically just a Norse undead type thing.
Okay, that makes sense. Because yeah, I heard that. I was like, that sounds like the dead guys, where I always get my battle axes. And I was
Yeah.
right
That is exactly
because
what
I
that
always dual wield axes in
The ancient
Skyrim.
Nordic axe. Yeah.
was. Classic, really.
Yes. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? I think I've really talked about my notes. Do you guys have anything to add?
So again, I really kind of forgot to take notes because I was having too much fun. So I stumbled into an area I wasn't supposed to be.
Okay.
Because there's an area where there was like a weird portal-y thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna touch that, and then 2 giant enemies with red skulls next to their name came out of it. And the thing was, I'm like, that's the universal danger symbol, but I tried to fight them anyway. Well, it turns out they were so much of a danger that if they touched me at all, I died instantly.
Oh.
Like, not even like, oh, knocked down and then they hit me. No, instant death. I managed to kill one of the 2 of them without getting hit, and then I got blindsided by the second one. I'm like, okay, well, guess I'll come back later.
Yeah, I haven't because I didn't do side quests. I didn't run into anything like that.
I love games that let you explore to a point where, like, you go somewhere and something absolutely demolishes you because then you've got a place you can come back to when you're stronger.
Yeah.
And you'll get to see the difference from when you were stronger.
Do you like the talking head?
It's funny. I had this moment where I've seen the trailer for God of War Ragnarok before playing this. So I didn't even know he was in this game, but I know he's in the trailer for the second one because he says, "Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?" So I was like,
Yeah.
hey, it's the guy from the trailer of the second one.
Yeah,
I
he's
had
only
that moment.
hanging on your belt for half the game.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I've never played it before. So I was just like, it's the guy from the trailer. I get to cut his head off. I'm the one that does that.
That's like
The-
Master
yeah.
Chief being the guy from Fortnite.
Yeah, I just like
Cool
in
thing
my
about him is when you're like rowing around on the boat in between going places, he'll tell you Nordic mythology lore. Pretty
yeah.
interesting.
Does
Your
does it
son likes to
interrupt?
ask questions.
Does it interrupt Kratos telling terrible stories for the boy?
It
Uh,
alternates.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I love Kratos' stories. Because after them, the kid's always just like, "Man, you really suck at telling stories. You are the worst at this." Kratos
yeah,
is like, "I don't know what you're talking about, boy. That is a very useful story."
yeah. It's they alternate. And most of the time it's the boy who asks a question to the head, and the head will answer.
Okay.
I'm only saying the head because I honestly don't remember what his name is. He
Min,
has a
min,
name.
min, 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 starts with an M.
Not Minerva.
Minimize.
Mimir. Mimir.
Yeah,
Mimir.
I knew the M
Yeah, he
I
was part
R
tree,
part.
and then you cut his head off the tree, and then he
Yeah,
became Yeah.
Minimize.
yeah. When I
That's
saw
what you
him with
do
his
to him.
body, I was like, it's the guy from the trailer of the second game. Because I have that's all I knew of God of War was this
But it's
game
weird. He
existed.
has a body now. What?
Yeah. Well, no,
He's
I
part
was
tree.
yeah, I was just thinking like, oh look, it's the guy, and he's like, cut my head off. I was like, oh, so I do this to you. And then wait a
It's the
minute,
guy, the scary guy.
and then hilariously, I had that moment where I was like, well, in the trailer, you re-meet up with him. It's like, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? So it's like, do you just leave him somewhere as a head? Like, what do you do?
You couldn't expect Kratos to keep that head around forever.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's a friend. You just keep him on like your door or something. I don't know. But yeah, just like in the second one, it's like you enter a bar. And he's like, ah, yes, I've gotten here somehow as a head.
Just hang him from a little lantern hook outside your front door.
I'm
Exactly.
realizing I don't think I've seen the trailer for the next game. That
You
doesn't sound familiar to me.
you haven't?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Fake fan.
I would wait at this point.
Yeah.
You never because we got a few more shows. It's very possible that you're gonna get a new because the rumor is it's gonna release this November.
Ooh.
So you might be getting a trailer soon. So I don't know if you want to wait for that one or you can watch the old ones. But yeah, I watched it because it was that was the big game it ended on last year at E3. Sony's thing. It's like they're but wait, there's one more thing moment was revealing God of War Ragnarok. And they waited long enough that they had a gameplay and shit.
Hmm.
Unlike this last one where it was spoiled. I feel so bad for that. Did you hear about the Summer Games Fest being spoiled?
No.
The last game of the night was leaked the day before.
Oh.
They're big
Oh
and our
no.
big thing. The reason you came here, it was leaked. It was the PS5 remaster of The Last of Us.
Ah, that's what you were talking about, The Last of Us.
Yeah, that their big thing was like, and to end the night on, we did Sony let us reveal this big news. It was leaked the night before.
Well, there's a leak going around that is gonna make everyone disappointed with the new Pokemon game.
Everyone's
Why?
been
It sounds so cool.
everyone's been disappointed with the newest Pokemon game for the past 4 years. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, not this. No, the newest one that's coming out.
Yeah,
Violet and Scarlet.
and I'm saying before that, the last two new ones came out and people were
Pardon.
disappointed, and the two before
People-
that, people were disappointed.
People weren't disappointed with Arceus.
No, it sounds fun.
Arceus is good.
Different. That's fun.
And this one follows a lot of those traits, it looks like so far. No, we have no confirmation yet, but someone who's been, I guess, a decently reliable source for Pokemon leaks in the past is like, hey, yeah, this starter, it's gonna walk on two legs in its final evolution.
Which one?
The cat.
Well, I could have guessed that.
Nobody wants that.
No,
One-
yeah, everyone's tired of that, but
That's because
I was hoping it wasn't going to be the gator thing.
Well, it's already bipedal to start with, but yeah. Um,
I forgot.
no, but
The only one that
I
isn't.
just don't want like I'm okay with 2 legs as long as we don't end up with sword and shield again, because all 3 of those starters were just people.
Yeah.
It was a spy, a drummer, and a soccer player.
Yeah, I had the soccer player.
I had the spy. I named him Sob Goblin. Out of all of them, he was the one I hated the least, but I still hated him. The only reason he grew on me was because of that horrible name.
His first evolution's name is Sobble. You feel bad
Yes.
for him.
Yeah, his name is Sobble, so I named him Sob Goblin because I knew what he was gonna turn into.
I didn't. I just thought Fire Rabbit was cool, so I ended up with a soccer player.
I'm
And monkeys are overrated. Why would I want one of those?
yeah. The third one's just a monkey, and we already have a grass monkey. It's called Simi Seer? No, that's Simi something. Samsung. No. Simi Seer is the fire one, Simipour is the water one, and then there's a grass one. And it's
I'm
stupid
gonna look
because it's a grass monkey with a pompadour.
grass.
Okay.
Grass monkey.
Pokemon.
Monkey.
The starter comes up, and the one you're thinking of. I just don't remember the name. Pansage.
Pansage.
I
Right, Simi
love
is their first.
And it evolves
Pokemon.
into Simisage, which is the one with the pompadour.
Thank you.
I love Pokemon. The last
There's
one I
another
played was on the
Switch.
Game Boy Advanced.
There's a mythical one.
I own Eevee. Haven't played it yet. Is Eevee good?
Mechanically, it's closer to Pokemon Go,
I knew that.
but I've never
Uh,
played it. You'd have to
okay.
ask my
Should try.
significant other.
You
I
should try
will.
Arceus.
See, here's the
Arceus
thing.
is the most unique.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to force me to play Pokemon on this podcast because I'm not interested enough to play one on my own time. I'm sorry.
Arceus lets you
I'm-
actually run around in an open world,
Yeah.
and you catch things in the open world instead of like the grass battles
You can literally just run around and throw balls at them.
or rocks.
Or mud balls.
Yeah, mud balls,
Rotten apricorns.
Yeah,
smoke bombs.
Pokemon is just one of those things where I cannot get myself to play it. You're gonna have to recommend one on this podcast.
I'm thinking
would
about
require
recommending
you-
another Final Fantasy.
You could do that. You could do that for sure.
You could
Because I
pick
have
an
a
older
funny
Game Boy
idea.
Pokemon game.
The
Or a
last one I
DS
played
one.
was Green Leaf, and I'd never even beat it.
I could make us do Gen 3. I love Gen 3.
Which one's that?
Hoenn. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Oh yeah, I played those. Those are good.
That region is all water and trumpet.
Water and trumpet.
Specifically like synth trumpet. It is the fakest trumpet you'll have ever heard. You're not gonna be sitting there going, I can't believe that's not trumpet.
I've got a feeling we're because the point of this podcast is let's get through our backlog, kind of. Let's play some games some of us haven't played and shit, right?
Yep.
So, but because of that, we all have our favorite games that we also want to force others to play,
Yes.
and so it's very much over time. You guys are gonna realize who likes what games very
Yes.
easily.
So speaking of recommending games,
Yes, I've been looking at games.
let's get down to
'cause
business.
It's my time this time.
To defeat
So-
the Huns.
My question is, how's everyone's bank account doing?
Fine.
Mine could be better, but
Because I have a couple games here. One of
Okay.
them you might be able to get for 40, but you might still have to get it for 60. This is
Whoa.
newer. Or we can go on something that I've been wanting to play on Steam, which is currently on sale for $16.
let's hear 'em both.
I don't care either way.
Because, okay, so the first one is I have not played Mass Effect. They remastered them recently.
They did.
I have
remaster.
that already.
Okay.
I only
also,
have the original version of Mass Effect 1.
well,
I have the remaster.
then we all already own it. Can you play your copy still?
Yeah, I have it on Steam.
Oh well, then we could just play the first Mass Effect then.
I don't know how different the remake is.
It's not ground up. It's visuals and shit.
Yeah,
they changed some camera angles to make it less when some women walk in the shot. It's not the camera's up their ass, which people
what
were
was
very
the
upset
other
about.
Option though.
A game called Forgive Me, Father, which is a comic book styled horror FPS. And I want to play this shit eventually. Forgive Me, Father is a yeah, it's on Steam for right now. It's on sale for $16. It's very positive, with 916 reviews. It's newer. Was released on April 7th. It's a new game. I followed this thing on Twitter. Forgive Me, Father is a dark horror retro
It's kind of
FPS.
like Doom.
Yes, but comic book styled.
Yeah, I see that.
So I'm leaning towards that one
Okay.
because we just got done with a third-person game. And also, if it's even remotely spooky, we got to talk about how much of a little bitch I am next time.
Same.
I'm the only not bitch. Hooray! Okay, so let's do Forgive Me, Father. Cool. I have a couple games like this. I'm the FPS guy, everyone, just so you know. I have a bunch of these little indie FPSs like this lined up. That's like, I want to play this. I want to play this.
I'm the Final Fantasy guy.
Another option is a game called Rot Flesh, which is PlayStation 1 styled.
Maybe next time.
Okay. I have a bunch of these little indie FPSs. I cannot.
Are they all spooky?
Rot Flesh is a game where your inventory is your guts, and you can take guts from other people.
Is that the Biopunk
Yes.
game where you equip other people's organs?
Yes.
Yeah.
I followed this
I've
being
heard
developed.
about that one.
Yeah, I followed this being developed on YouTube. I want to play it so bad.
I was watching its development on TikTok because they were posting there.
Okay. Yeah, they have actual like dev diaries on YouTube, like 30-minute episodes.
Cool.
Just about
What's this other game?
Rot Flesh. WROUGHT Flesh.
Oh, rot.
Like wrought iron.
Yeah.
Rot. Oh, Rot Flesh. Okay.
These kind of games are right up my alley. Fucking FPS.
I will play
FPSs.
either of these. So yeah, you get a pick. Which one?
Why does this look like a N64 game?
It's PlayStation 1. Get it right. It's PlayStation 1.
Hey, remember he was
stuff.
a Nintendo boy though.
That is true, but that's a disservice to the PlayStation 1 because PlayStation will look so much better. Oh, don't you fucking dare. N64 looks terrible.
I like N64 graphics.
No, it looks a lot like this.
You can be wrong all you want. You're allowed to have your wrong opinions. I still kind of want to do let's do Forgive Me, Father first.
Okay, that one is on sale. So.
Yes, let's do Forgive Me, Father. Cool. So next time is Forgive Me, Father.
That's funny.
I have no idea how long this game is. It's probably shorter because it's a nice little indie game. Yeah. So Forgive Me, Father. Play it.
It is now installing.
Cool. So yeah. Oh god. I'm excited. Thank you all for watching. I still don't know how to end these. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, do you want to be followed anywhere?
Yeah, can someone follow me home and tuck me in? I get really tired of sleeping alone.
You know what? That's a mood. It's actually a
The thing
mood.
is, I'm not even single. It's just they only understand this country.
Oh my god. I am dead fucking single. Someone come cuddled.
Yeah, you
Con
know,
didn't work out for you.
I need some friends who are willing to cuddle. People have friends who you're able just to
dude,
cuddle.
cuddle buddies is the coolest shit. Okay, you can platonically cuddle someone, and if you don't believe that, you can fight me.
Yes.
Platonic?
Platonic. I think you
Okay.
did say
Playing a tonic?
is tonic an instrument?
No, but you mix it with gin to get a decent. Actually, no, gin and tonic is fucking terrible. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It is a shit tier drink.
I've never had it. I'm more of a vodka kind of guy.
Speaking of alcohol, I might be like 1.5 drinks in, so you know.
I've been
That's
drinking
probably-
this whole time.
Man, I haven't. I had a Pepsi.
half of my drink was a Pepsi.
Well, there you go.
Use the rest of that mango rum I gave you.
I'm trying.
The vodka I took that night to that party got used instantly. It's pretty funny. I played to the crowd because one of the guys hosting it was like, "My favorite drink's vodka." I was like, "So I'm gonna bring a giant bottle of vodka." He immediately grabbed it and dumped it in the Gatorade container.
Oh god.
So just
Either way,
immediately. Anyway,
You
social
can-
media.
you can find me on Twitter over at the Wulfryk or at Wulfryk D. There's no the. Just one big D right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I do art sometimes.
Sorry,
I'm not toxic.
I might be right
Food
now.
safe.
Microwave.
I am microwave safe.
I'm food safe. Eat off of me. I just want attention.
You admit it.
You know, that becomes so much more sad considering the silence that followed what you said. You say a thing and we just both fall silent and you're like, I just want attention. So where can people find you then?
The Gaming Dusty on anything.
Yeah, go check out the Gaming Dusty on OnlyFans.
Should I make it OnlyFans?
Amber Heard is thinking about it. She's only, you know, worth -$6 million, so
If she can do it, you have no problem.
She's
I'm
better
just
looking
saying,
than
like,
me.
Nikocado Avocado was on there, though.
oh god, no.
The avocado himself, if he can do it, you got this.
I need to lose some weight first.
I don't know, some people like him a little thicker.
I don't like me a little thick.
That's fair.
I
Okay.
appreciate thickness, but not on myself.
I would if it was anywhere but my stomach.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of in the way up front, isn't it? You're like, why are you here? You couldn't be on my ass.
Truly, the question of the century.
Why isn't all the fat on my ass?
Speaking of fat, I am below 245 pounds now.
Sweet.
I am slowly inching my way down.
I have
1 pound at a time.
gone over it.
I was at 250 for a while.
I've been fluctuating. I don't want to say how much I weigh because it'll make you guys feel bad.
No, right?
No, I see you every day at work. I can already guess that you are not in the same range as us at all.
No.
How much do you? Okay, we'll do
Hearing other
this. How much?
people's weight doesn't hurt me. It just hurts myself when I look at it and goes, it went up again. Why
How
is it
much?
going up when I'm not trying? How dare it?
How much do I think you weigh?
Yeah.
I'd say you top out at 165.
Okay.
Um,
Dustman, you got a guess?
oh man. How tall are you?
About 6 feet.
Okay. So about my height. Yeah, you're gonna be like, if you're above 170, I'd be amazed. Where are you putting it?
You guys are pretty close. I weighed myself the other day and I was 173.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been the lowest I've been in the last month or two was 170.
That's not bad.
I'd
I
love
would
to be
kill to
there.
be there.
Yeah. Both of us at the same time. I wish I was 170.
Okay, so where can people find you, Mr. Lightweight?
I don't really care.
You don't really
don't-
care. Okay.
I don't do anything anymore until I do something again. I'll start.
Well, I'm still waiting for that song remix, and then you
You
can put
know,
that up.
I've done a small bit of work on that, but
Awesome. Oh yeah,
motivation.
and Mr. Dusty.
Yes.
Don't forget about Spoon Man.
Yeah, don't forget about Spoon Man.
Now it's on tape. Oh God.
That's right.
Oh God.
Next.
How old am I? It's on tape.
You're
Being-
used to tape.
It's true because I love using old camcorders, so I use tape. It's just oh
You're
my
the-
God.
Can we petition to change your name to the Analog Man?
We can shorten it to the anal.
Can that be your alternate title as the Analog Man?
Sure. You can call me the
Sweet.
analog man. You've just made me another Twitter to make. That's all you've
Yep.
done.
Yep.
Because
And
I
you gotta
don't
talk
have
about all your cool analog tech there.
I don't have a Twitter where I can post about that stuff.
Now you do.
I have 10 Twitter accounts already.
Well, make an 11th. Or repurpose one of the other 10.
Let me which one can I get rid of? Well, let's go through my Twitters real quick. Okay, here we go.
Let's finish this stream off before we do that.
No, this is part of the stream. You brought it up, Analog Man. This is a thing you might be able to find later. So, let's see. Do I have a Twitter I feel like getting rid of? I've got
Do you know how to spell analog?
A N O.
No.
Seth Green's NFT is back. You got it back.
Okay. I'm gonna be right back while you figure that out.
I could probably get rid of COD Ghosts. I don't use it. Or play COD Ghosts. I use Freeze. I use my personal one. I use Your Biggest Fan. Follow that. Art coming soon. That's a thing I still would. That's a project I would still like to do. My political account, another project account that I'm actively working towards. Cars, YIF, YouTube. So, goodbye, Play COD Ghosts. That'll be the one to go. It was fun hopping in once in a while and just telling streamers who were asking, what game should I play on Twitch today? And I just hop on to every single tweet that day. Call of Duty Ghosts. That was what the tweet did. I would just troll people once in a while. Just, you should play Call of Duty Ghosts.
Could have probably made a bot for that.
Probably. And I probably might in the future. I could probably learn to make a bot. So anyway, while he's gone, we're just gonna end the stream. Thank you all for watching.
Who's that guy?
Stay. I'm trying to think of a funny joke. I'm not funny.
About what?
Anything. Stay. fresh.
Hydrated?
I mean, hydration's just a good thing to be. It's not really funny or a meme. But you know what? Yeah, stay hydrated. Just drink.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'll
Yep.
figure out how to end these one day. I'll do it. I figured out my niche in starting with a stupid joke, but ending, fuck it. I'll just cut myself off as I talk.